Reverend Paula Zabkar here from Spiritual Soul Center, sharing another message with you on this Sunday or whenever you're watching this video. So welcome. I've been thinking about this mystery of life, the mystery of life, and not really the mystery of life and life. I'm talking about the mystery in my life, the personal mystery that we have in our lives. What does mystery mean? It means the unexplained. The unexplained, the unknowable wisdom, the unknowable truth that is around us all the time, that is around me and my life and you and your life, this idea of the mystery of the personal life. And I was thinking about how many times I resist that. I resist the mystery that is my life because you know what? I want to understand it. I want to have some understanding. I want there to be a reason for things. I want to be able to dig down and understand the whys and the hows. But you know what? The mystery of life and the mystery of situations and circumstances in my life, they don't always have an explanation. They don't always have an explanation. And it's came to light even more so when I read a quote in my daily reader from Mark Nepo, and it goes like this: the more we resist the mystery, the more we feel responsible for all that befalls us. The more that we resist the mystery, the more we feel responsible for everything that befalls us. Think about that. I was thinking about that in my life. You know, we want to know a lot of times if we've done something wrong. This is happening to me, like, why is that? Why did this happen to me? What's this about for me? We want to understand the reason behind things and situations happening in our life. We want to make sure, I think, and I felt myself feeling this way, that I wasn't wrong about something, that I didn't do enough about something. I want some confidence and some proof that I did all there was to be done. There was an example a few weeks ago, and this is a small example which sometimes I think give us the wisdom for the bigger things, and vice versa. But Maggie and I, Maggie's one of our board members, she does all the graphics for the soul, the newsletter and the soul cards that we hand out on Sundays when we were meeting. And we were working on this small thing, these return address labels. And we worked on this return address label, the little graphic on it, and it went out to the printer. It comes to the house here, and I was all excited to show Renee, and I showed her the return address label for Spiritual Soul Center, and she says, "Oh, it looks great, except the zip code's wrong." It's like, what in the world? I didn't find that, and I found myself resisting the urge to not go and find out if I was the one that was wrong about that, if I was the one that missed it. And I found myself teaching myself not to go there. You know what? It was the wrong zip code. So we had some more printed. But I had to consciously resist proving to myself that I wasn't the one to blame. Isn't that crazy? You know, in the bigger pieces of life, in the bigger situations and circumstances in my life, what if it's part of the mystery? What if I just suspend my need to understand and know all the reasoning behind it and just live and be in life and go through it and experiencing it? To reach in and to reach out, to sit still and to scream bloody murder, to scream out loud, and to let the difficulties and the challenges, to let them soothe me a little bit, to let them soften me a little bit so I come out of my rage and my need to know, my judgment of myself about if I've done something wrong and is it really my fault. Well, some of you know, and most of you know who have been listening to me, that I felt that my surgery for my knee back in October, this is month number 10, by the way, it'll soon be a year since I had my knee surgery. And, you know, the surgery was not a success. You know, yes, the joint lined up, my knee replacement joint is just fine. The surgeon did a perfect job in lining it up, but it didn't go according to my plan. I wanted to be able to bend my knee. I never thought that I wouldn't be able to bend my knee to the degree that I wanted to again. And so I didn't feel it was a success. And I was really not struggling in the outside so much, saying, why did this happen to me? But all of that struggle of why, and if I had done enough, it was happening inside of me. It was happening inside of me. I was struggling internally, not with that questioning outside, but with the questioning inside. You know, what was I doing that was wrong? Didn't I prepare enough? Don't I deserve to be pain-free? all that was rumbling around inside of me. When will this be over? How is it not working out for me? I kept overlaying how I wanted it to be on how it actually was in the moment. Have you ever done that in your life? I'm just overlaying how I wanted it to be, and yet this is what was in front of me. And after a while, even after a second surgery, a manipulation in January, my knee still wouldn't bend. And you know what happened? I came and I brought myself to each day with hopelessness and exhaustion. Yes, it's easier for me to talk about it today, but that was the truth then, and it was difficult. All of what I was experiencing represented a failure to me, and I didn't understand it. I didn't know why it wasn't better. I was doing everything that I was supposed to do, and still not getting the result that I wanted. And I cried a lot. I cried every day for many months. I cried out, "What's wrong? What's wrong? Why can't I bend my knee?" And I think now, looking back, if I could have been just in the mystery of it, maybe it would have released some of that anxiety. But these seeming unbearable, painful times for us are compounded by our desire to want something else, to not be able to understand the reason for it, and also compounded by the intention that we have, or the desire that we have, tendency we have, I should say, to blame ourselves. That's what compounded that suffering, compounded that misery that I was feeling. And in that time, I couldn't see the mystery. I couldn't see the mystery of what was happening. It was overlaid by too much pain, by too much anxiety. But what if I could? What if there was a mystery in it? And now looking back, I'm recognizing, what if I didn't really need to understand it? What if I don't need to understand it and I can simply show up and grow with it? What about that? Well, listen, I want you to hear this. I needed some help to do that. I needed some help. I wasn't able to remove the anxiety enough to be in the mystery of it. I missed that. I needed some help, and I found that help in my second physical therapist, who, when I went to see her at the end of February, said to me, "I want you to feel hopeful." I found it in a virtual conference that I had with a second orthopedic surgeon in UNC Chapel Hill, who I explained, and who listened to me explain my situation and where I was. And he said to me, "I'm sorry you're in pain, but I want you to know this. It may take a year, it may take 2 years, but you are going to be happy you had this surgery." My help came in the form of my family physician, who I went and saw, who I never saw for hardly anything except a physical, because I'm so healthy. I'm so grateful for that. But she saw me break down and cry in front of her. And she says, "I know you're going to heal. I know it's going to be okay." And I found that help in the form of my Akashic healers, through the Akashic channeler that I work with, who provided me with this healing energy that calmed me, that brought me to this place of less anxiety. In all those places, sometimes you got to reach out. Yes, to reach in, but sometimes you have to reach out. And for me to reach out in that way, to get rid of enough anxiety so that I could recognize the mystery of it. I didn't have to understand it to gain all of the possibilities of growth from it. I didn't have to do that. I don't have to know the why. I could simply be present to it and have that be enough. To have that be enough. Because I want to live a meaningful life. I don't want to regret things. I don't want to be living backwards. I want to be okay. There really was nothing wrong, but I was looking at it that way because I refused to see the mystery of it. The mystery of situations and circumstances in my life. And then I thought a little bit more, and I thought, about this thing, mystery. What is mystery? What really is this mystery that I'm talking about here? That I'm trying to have some wisdom about, that I'm trying to incorporate into my life, this mystery. And you know what I think it is? Well, maybe it is, because it is a mystery. Maybe it's God itself. Maybe it's God itself presenting this to me, to show me, in my humanness especially, how strong I am, how resilient I can be. It shows me the strength that I couldn't have understood in another way. That gives me compassion in a way that I could not have allowed to rise up in me another way. Maybe that's what the mystery is presenting for me. Is it a gift? I don't know if I'd go as far as to say it was a gift. I think it's a potential for growth. It's a potential for me to understand something about me and something about the world that I possibly couldn't have understood except by having had this experience. So my question to you today is, what's that for you? What are you struggling with? What are you struggling to understand in your life, in the situation and circumstance that's in front of you? The why of this or the why of that. Could you possibly take the perspective and accept the mystery in it and to sit with that for a while? That's the question. And you have that answer. Reach in, reach out, sit still, scream out loud. Let it soften you in to the present moment, to release the anxiety, and maybe, just maybe, have a little bit of understanding of the mystery of life in your life. So let's take these ideas, this idea of mystery, and sit a while. Sit a while listening to the rain. Sit a while in the mystery that is life itself, in every aspect of its presentation to me, for me, and you for you. So take a deep breath in and out. And let's make this a time of stillness. A time of centeredness. Just watching the breath in, feeling the breath in and out. And today, in the mystery of this moment, let's listen to the rain and feel the mystery that is life at this very moment. Grateful for the mystery that is God in me, that is God in you. Grateful for the mystery of the rain, for its nourishing qualities, for its wondrous, amazing enrichment of the earth that it provides, for the sound, for the dripping, for the amazing mystery of it all. For this and so much more. Feel the gratefulness in your heart. Feel it rise up in you. Feel it and claim it. And so it is. Amen. Well, thank you for sitting with me in the rain at this time. And let's close, as we do every Sunday at Spiritual Soul Center, with this prayer. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be happy. May all beings be filled with loving kindness. May all be well. May all be peaceful and at ease. May all be happy. And so it is. Amen.